Hello everyone, welcome back to JCfinger, and yes, I've built another structure on this island as I promised. I didn't waste any time at all. I've been having a lot of fun on this island. It's as though I've gone on holiday and not my Sims. But I decided to build a villa this time and make it more private as it was originally intended to be by the developers of the game, because it's called a private getaway. Now, there is no allocation for a parked car, so this is what happens when you purchase a car or relocate a car to this plot. It sits on the water, and I wanted you to see this because it's hilarious. Perhaps we need a boat or something. I think they should think about that. Now, this is the structure that I've put together for this villa. I really love it. I particularly like the pink rim on the roof. I think it makes the roof pop because it's blue, and that blue roof is the exact shade, right, of the ocean around and about. And I felt it gave some color to the build, so it wasn't just a white building. Now, these doors at the back are supposed to replace the ones that we received in this event, because it's dark brown and it's just too strong for the kind of house that I would expect to see on a beach. Unless it had a strong brown theme going through, it just doesn't feel clear and bright and breezy. I think it's a lovely set of doors that we received, but I think it would be better for maybe an island shack or something like that, you know? And I might do something of that sort and definitely use it. But in the island resort that I built 2 days ago, I used those doors in the basement for the nightlife section of the build. So anyway, I have used the snow chalet windows for this build, particularly because it goes from the floor to the roof, and it's very nice because you have to imagine that everyone inside can see the ocean. That's the whole point of being in a building like this. You need great views of the ocean around and about. It's really important. Now, this is the entrance, and I have chosen these staircases because I prefer them. They're steel, and you know, it makes sense that they won't be easily washed off by the ocean in high tide. But once you come into this villa, you have a piano on the side, and you have an aquarium with this plant. I just felt that I wanted this house not to particularly be traditional in its layout, but still, of course, there's a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, and so on. But I just wanted something unusual. So you've got that in the entrance, and this is the main living room. These two rugs on the floor are from the Wedding Bells live event, which I think is going to come back. So if you missed that, you know, do stay tuned for it. It would be coming back in the game, and you would get all the beautiful things that we got in that event, especially the wedding venue. There's a door to the side of this large, airy living room, and he can stand out here and look at the ocean. So the idea is that wherever you are in the house, you have access to some balcony to just stand out and inhale the ocean breeze. I'm always using these artworks in the game now, these ones with the beautiful faces on from the Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow Salon Live event. I love it. And I thought I'd place a fireplace, well, two. They're on reverse sides of that door, because it could be quite cold on the outside there, you know? So I thought that occasionally they might need to put on a fireplace out here, because it makes sense that something could go on with the electricity, and then what? She is actually taking a selfie. I didn't know that they did that. You know, I just got carried away with the building. But yes, this is the dining room as well as the kitchen. I thought I'd place it in together and make it, you know, some kind of open plan space. It's nice and airy and breezy. And of course, this time I've put a ton of windows in, because in the island resort, I only put a set of 4 to the front part. I think that having another set around makes it quite nice and gives it a good view of the ocean. Out back here is a corridor that's tucked away with wall art on the side, and it leads into the guest restroom. Now, I don't think they'll be having any guests at this house, but of course there has to be a restroom down here, so they don't have to keep going upstairs to their master units just to use the restroom, okay? So I am really happy, as said before, about these beautiful hampers that we've received, and as a collection over the years we're now beginning to get a lot of clutter in the game, which makes the homes that we build more realistic. But this is an overview of the ground floor for this beautiful villa, and I have done a live build for the island resort that I built, showing you how I created my own foundation, you know, so I don't have to use the brown one. It's very simple, and if you look at that video, you'll be able to see how I did it. I think I will do a live build for this as well. They're quite simple. I think I just got stuck when it came to interior decorating. That's where everything slows down for me. But when it comes to putting the build together, it certainly does come along quite quickly. But when I get inside, I start becoming really pernickety because I want the interior design to really coordinate properly. I need things in order. I don't want a splash of color that looks like a hot mess. This is the study area. I think it's great, and he can sit down here and of course get some work done. It doesn't matter wherever you are, you always tend to want to have use of a computer to just connect with the rest of the world and see what's going on. So that's that section. So when you come in here, you have a nice open space. I didn't want to put a chair in here. What I thought in my mind, right, was that there are a number of chairs that stay in this space, and it looks like a little seating area, a living room of some kind. But because it was so hot, the couple decided to take the seats out to the balcony. And over the days after hanging out in this villa, they decided to just leave the seats out here instead. You know what I mean? And so it's just become a thing that they leave it out here and they bring it in at the end of the day. So yeah, it's beautiful to set the seats out here in this way. So once you come back in, you have first the guest room on the side, and I love this room. It's quite dainty, it's very pretty, and I thought I'd coordinate the wallpaper with the tiles in the bathroom. But the funny thing is, in real life you don't see the whole thing in one go, do you? Rooms are separated by walls. But in Sims FreePlay, when you look at it, it's nice to see the coordination. So that's the layout in this room, and the wall art is quite nice on the wall there. It gives the room just the right amount of color, and that bed has its own curtains around it. Now this is the main master room, so there are two rooms in this house. Obviously the guest room is considerably smaller, but this room is quite large, it's big, and I have this bed which came with the event in this room. I didn't want to use it because it restricted me with the use of color for other things in the room, but I used it anyway. And of course they have this wide open door to the outdoors, which is really nice. I just love the idea of how this feels, you know. At night, just think about it, they're fast asleep and they can hear the seagulls, they can hear the splashing water. It's just beautiful. So it's a very large room as well, so a lot of air circulates around in this space. They've got a great closet space across the way, and here we have the restroom, and I like the view from the outside. And the funny thing is, they can be seen by the entire ocean, not the entire world. So as far as privacy goes, I don't think it'll be an issue. However, on the other hand, you can assume that the glass is frosted, okay? So that's the size of this room. I thought the room was quite huge, but when I attempted making it a 3-bedroom house, it just didn't really look nice at all. It was really tight, and then it didn't have that nice feel and airy feel that I wanted it to have. So I thought it's great that the master bedroom is this size. I mean, it's just a couple that's going to be staying here, and if of course they have a child and they came here holidaying with a child, they can have the other room. So why not use the space? It's all about the luxury. Luxurious homes and villas and mansions have a lot of space that is not necessarily filled up with items, right? It's just the grand nature of it that makes it feel luxurious. So I'm going down to the basement now to show you what I have down below. But first we have this area here. Okay, look at this. And it's just a nice seating area around and about, and some laundry hanging outside. But downstairs we have the laundry room, and I thought I'd keep this surfboard down here. It makes sense. It would have been great. You know, you have to tap on that beach mat out front and then you go in and start splashing in the water. I would have hoped that we could also tap on, I don't know, a surfboard and then have a sim surf a little in the water. You know, that would have been great. And this is a nice sitting area here. And there is a barbecue stand out there as well, so they can just sit down here and enjoy a nice time if they want to. I mean, they've got other things going on around and about. We've got his lady out here on the horse, we've got a lounge chair to the front, we've got a hammock, so there's so much to do. But I suppose if you come out here, you must intend to want to be alone or with just one person for company. Now, I'm just going to get the couple to sit down and eat, and I'm hoping that most of you have completed this event. I've seen quite a number of pictures already up on Facebook, and people have completed on time, and you know, I just wanted to encourage you to give it all you've got, because it's really nice when you are not lacking with any of these beautiful items that you see in other players' towns and things like that. So this particular stand that they're at is an item that came from the French Romance. I thought it'd be nice to set it down there for them to eat. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.